Carmelo Anthony's case continues to reveal one of the biggest cover ups that could possibly go down in history. Let's talk about it. Carmelo Anthony's case have become one of the most talked about criminal trials in America. Every day, there seems to be more and more discrepancies revealed in this case. Now, I want to start off by saying the discrepancies that is unfolding as we speak in real time is not something that couldn't have been revealed prior to now. But when you have a massive cover up, this is what happens. And the sad part is everyone want to make this out to be black and white instead of making it out to be right and wrong. I want to give a huge shout out to Dane Calloway over on YouTube because the investigative work he has done, Carmelo Anthony's defense attorney should have done this. That's one of the topics that I want to get into is how, and it's not all defense attorneys, I'm not going to go there. Some defense attorneys, I've had my fair share. They will sell their client out for another client. And this is what I can't say 100% this is what happened, but allegedly, this is how I feel. This is what has happened here. And when I say that, it's because I know what I went through. I had a defense attorney that I was sold out for one of his other clients because his other clients had a similar case as mine and they walked scot free. And they had theirs was way bigger than my case and they walked scot free. But here in this case, I don't know if Carmelo Anthony's attorney sold him out for another client or he sold him out for Collin County. I just know this man did not do his job. And if the general public can come up with what we're coming up with now, there's no way in hell this defense attorney couldn't have came up with this prior to going to trial. This man was paid for nothing. And I don't give a damn about him signing that affidavit because for him not to be able to call on expert witnesses to take the stand to show proof that those videos were tampered with, to do video analysis, to the expert analysis of the cell phones that were on the scene at the time when they lied and said there were no cell phones. Nevertheless, we're about to go over everything that was revealed to me today in this YouTube video. We're going to go step by step. This is going to be quite a long video, but it will be well worth it for you to sit there and watch the corruption unfold step by step. Trust me. Dane Calloway's video exposes corruption all the way from the police investigation, all the way to the whomever, I don't know, but whomever doctored the video because all of a sudden people are missing out of the video. So tampering with the evidence, all the way to his the defense attorney not doing his job all the way to the courtroom, not allowing the jurors or making the judge making sure the jurors is seeing the correct evidence presented before them. See, the US justice system, corruption is so ridiculous and out of control. And in my opinion, this is why God is making this be revealed. Because there is no way that this same thing is trying to happen in the Nolan Wells case. But guess what? The Black community is all on top of Nolan Wells case right now. And that's where we failed Carmelo Anthony because we allowed because we trusted that he had a legal team that was there for him. They were there to put this boy away just like they did. But Nolan Wells will get justice because the Black community is on top of it. We're tired. We're tired. Let's get into this video before I get pissed off. Let's get into this video. Not only will this video show the levels of corruption that our justice system will go to, but it'll just show how this Carmelo Anthony never had a chance at a fair trial. Take a look at this clip.
It was murder. No DNA fingerprints on that weapon. We don't even know if he used that as a weapon. Hunter admitted that Austin picked up that bag and threw it. Picked up Carmelo's bag and threw it. How do we know he just ain't mistakenly hit himself? I try and rush over there real quick, pick it up, hit himself by mistake, and then toss it, and then get the wrecking. We're gonna get into all that. I need y'all to explain this part right here. Explain this. Look closely. This is Hunter and Eddie. You heard what I said? That's Eddie. That was supposed to be the reason why Karmelo came over to the tent in the first place. Eddie is the main reason why Karmelo came over to the tent in the first place. That's Hunter. That's the twin to the Austin, to the Metcalf brother Austin. And look, let me read the reason why it ain't no racial issue. What you see? Tell me what you see, chat. You see a football squad of brothers that's down for they putting up the W for the Warriors. I believe they wore their friend. You're gonna see that in the transcripts. Dane Calloway has never told a lie. Out of my 10 years on YouTube, why would I lie? What do I get out of that? You get money, Dane. I've been getting money before this situation happened. Oh, you think I'm about to become a millionaire because of this? Stop playing. I'm telling you the truth. That's what you're gonna hear in the transcripts is him saying that he ain't know Karmelo for real, for real. They wasn't friends like that. He only knew of Karmelo because of his girl. The reason why I said hostile witness is because Eddie was supposed to be explaining the reason why this altercation went down. But Eddie can't explain the situation unbiasedly because he's friends with Hunter. And this part wasn't put into the trial. This part wasn't mentioned in trial. That you could go on their Facebooks. I'm not playing. All that stuff is still up. This is the girlfriend. This is Karmelo and his girlfriend. She the one that posted this. I forgot her first name, but her last name is Perez. She posted this. She said, hold your head high. She posted this on TikTok. Hold your head high, my sweet boy. You are not alone. We're fighting for you. Always. I love you more than words. This was his actual girlfriend. Now, what's not clear is what school she attended because she apparently is not in the same school as Karmelo, but she could have been in the school that the twins attended and what's his name, Eddie attended, or she could have been in that other putting up the pictures. I got the pictures as well of him and Karmelo. They've been knowing each other for a minute. And he was like, nah, me and Karmelo not friends. I only know about him. I only know of him because of his girlfriend. Let that part sink in. He only knew of Karmelo Cortez as Karmelo when he put Karmelo in the car. Emerson, there you go, Emerson. Thank you, Morgan, Emerson. I'm not sure if she goes to Emerson. That's important though, because if she does, I believe the reason this Karmelo situation happened, this part right here, I'm gonna tell you that this part where I'm about to state is speculation, okay? Every time I'm stating something, I'm gonna tell you what's true and I'm gonna tell you what's speculation, okay? This part right here, I'm gonna say is speculation because I cannot verify this part, but this is what's coming up. Before the Karmelo situation happened, not too long before that, an incident happened at the stadium dealing with the Emerson students and the what are they? What are they? Well, Austin and then Eddie and them, I believe they're millenniums or warriors, whatever it is. Their school and a totally different school separated from Karmelo school because he went to Centennial. Karmelo goes to Centennial, but they said that the police with some females. They had prior history with this with some females. Now, the problem is I can't find that. I can't verify that right now. That's what they trying to say happened. And Karmelo backed those girls up. In other words, Austin and his brother Hunter were there previously and left and came back. They also said that their parents were there, left and came back. And that's the reason why she beat the ambulance to the hospital and Hunter's phone was right there, speculation. Okay, apparently this situation could have been done out of complete jealousy because they were making a beeline towards, and we have the videos, they were heading directly for Karmelo. They didn't sit down, they didn't dap people up, they didn't, none of that. You saw none of that. They didn't walk up and, you know, hug people that they knew. This was their school. They didn't dap nobody up. They walked directly to Karmelo. Hold on, you think I'm playing? Look. Everything I'm saying, I'm gonna show you. And I'm gonna show you the other part of the video too, that I did. Something that I did, I'm gonna show you. I tried my best to enhance that part, and I'm gonna see if you guys can see it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people was wrong. We're counting Karmelo out, and they didn't look into the situation. This is the full video of Austin and Hunter. And the two boys that you saw in my original video on this, coming through that parking lot, walking up, making the beeline. Watch this. They follow. Look, I'm skipping up. So we can't be, because that's going to be like, they took 10 business days, but still walking quick. But that's a real, keep in mind, this is not a school. Oh, that's another thing. This is not a school. This is a stadium. This is not a school. This is a stadium. They tell, well, he can't have a knife on school grounds. This ain't a school. This is a stadium. The school is separated from this. They didn't come through doors through a school to get here. They came through the parking lot to get here. I don't even live there. And we can see that by the video. He outside at that point. It's legal to have a knife on you in Texas. It's legal to defend yourself if you were touched in Texas. It's legal to defend your property if your property was touched in Texas. So they walking up. Look at them. Just watch. I don't care if you've seen this numerous times. Watch what I'm going to show you. Because this ain't I'm going to show you the video I enhanced right after this. Watch how they, look, Karmelo sitting, hold on, pause. Karmelo sitting down. Bag in between his legs right here, okay? Watch how they don't go to nobody and dap nobody up. Look. Boom. Climbing up the bleachers. That's that nigga right there. I bet. Boom. They all get in position. Everybody standing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody standing up. Dane, I can't see that. No problem. Watch this. Now, y'all know when I make my videos, I utilize this program called what? Adobe Premiere. This is Adobe Premiere. And what I'm going to do is, I know y'all haven't seen Adobe Premiere before. Some of y'all haven't. Y'all don't understand what's going on. But I made some adjustments right here on the left. And I made some, that nigga, he should have been questioned. And same thing with Hunter. And even though they could have been mixed with some Caribbean, they got one need you there, one need you there, one need you there, one need you there, I 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 need you there. Stop trying to make it a racial issue. Get on that judge and the Democrats and Republicans that made it a racial issue. These boys fighting over girls. You know how it is in high school. These boys fighting over girls, goddammit. Their reputation on the line. You know how it's gonna go down. You remember how it was in high school. Who was a football player? Type 13. You know how it was in high school. So let's get to the punch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Karmelo's right here. Right in front of Hunter. So we're gonna go over this. Boom. That's the punch, right? Then watch. Everybody get up and start hitting him. Look at their hand. Look at their arms. Look. Even he took a step up. He took a step up on the bleachers. Look. He getting hit. Look at everybody hitting him. That's a jump. Okay.
Set it on fire. 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 Fire.
I'm from DC. You ain't gonna be able to tell me this ain't no jump. When I see that many hands and arms
Man,
hitting
this is gonna be
one
long as
target.
hell, but
You ain't gonna be able to
yeah,
explain
sit
to
there
me that
watching.
ain't no jump. You ain't gonna be
14 more minutes.
Everybody getting busy on him. And then he went down. You can see him. He right there. He went down. Then he went up another bleacher. Look, then he leaving. You can see his body. You can see him dashing. Right here. That's Karmelo right there. Soon as he see these boys, look at them. That's Karmelo. Look at them. They about to climb the bleachers. Watch all them climb. Everybody gonna say they wasn't chasing him. Watch the movement as to the reason why Karmelo ran. They gonna climb up the bleachers. Look, everybody take a step up. Look, go back. Everybody take a steps up. Go back, step up, go back. Look at all of them. Austin is already ahead of them. He's a bleacher up. And I don't know why, I'm gonna go back and show y'all, they blurred this part for some reason. I don't know why they blurred this particular part. Because, okay, for example, you're gonna see, let me go back, let me explain. Austin is punching him, but watch how Austin disappear, right? Boom, watch him disappear. See, that's a blurry spot. For some odd reason, he's gone. But if you look at the blurry spot, he's gonna be right here and come up. And Karmelo gonna react to that. And the reason why we know he right there because he fall down from right there. I'm talking about Austin. So once Karmelo skipping steps, once everybody start climbing up right here, everybody start climbing up. Karmelo turning around like, okay, this is the coast clear, and he's seeing everybody climbing up. He like, hell nah, he dipped. He started dipping. Then Austin started falling down. Everybody was still trying to climb up until Austin started falling backwards and falling down. Right there. That's when you see everybody basically stop and go that way. Okay? Because Austin is falling down. Now, do we have that part clear before we move any forward, before we go any further? Do we type 13 if we have that part clear? Because there's some more things I want to cover that's in this video that's questionable. Do it, yeah, no, Karmelo got up out of there. We wasn't playing. Karmelo got up out of there. As soon as so keep in mind, he can't go nowhere. He's blocked right here, blocked right here, blocked right here. He can't go left, he can't go right, he can't go forward. So what does he do? What does he do? He goes backwards. He goes backwards. That's his only escape. He finally escaped. And he like, nah, hell nah, these niggas following me. He trying to get up out of there. It's wet steps. He hitting them steps. And then he falls to the ground. Karmelo. Then he gets back up. Then he start doing a 100-yard dash down there. He hauled. They were saying Karmelo was walking. He hauled ass. You tripping? He hauled ass. And that, you can see that in the video. You could probably clock his speed and see why he was a track star for real. And I ain't trying to be funny. I know some of y'all gonna be like, he a runner, he a track star. But keep in mind, he up against some big fools. You know what I'm saying? He up against some football players. I know he played football too, but they bigger than him. These boys was linebackers. Austin and Hunter, linebackers. 6'1", 220, 230. Linebackers. He gotta get up out of there some type of way. So if the stab happened, it was justified, in my opinion. Because how else he was gonna get up out of there? Oh, don't touch me, y'all. No, let's be reasonable. It wasn't no, There ain't no room for that. They welling on him. Now, if it was a one-on-one, why they swinging? Right there, they all swinging. All of them swinging. If it was a one-on-one, why y'all all swinging on him? Even Hunter. Hunter's right here, you can tell because Hunter the biggest body. Hunter's right here in the front. Yeah, they welling on him. They continuously punching him. All of them should have been taking them. Now, the next thing I'm gonna point out is Hunter. I want you to look closely at this person that's facing towards us. That's sitting down right next to the poncho that got taken off by the girl. The yellow poncho. He gonna get up. Watch. Watch him get up. He gonna get up from a sitting position. See? Boom. He got up. You see that? Look right here where my mouse is. This was a seated position. He got up, hurried up, and hauled ass to this trash can right here. Almost getting ready to fall. Look, he put something in the trash can. You can tell he put something in the trash can. His arm is up, the trash can moved. Look, he hurried up and did it. Whatever it was, it must have been something critical, because as soon as he turned around, he gonna run into these people trying to hurry up and get back, but his head down. It's something wrong. He had his head down because he wasn't even paying attention that he about to run into this person. Boom, boom. Hey man, you ran into me. He got his arms up. He ran right into him. Boom, I'm sorry. Boom, hey, what you doing? Boom, he ran into him. Boom. And you can even see that on the zoomed out. On top of that. Boom. But he put something in that trash can. And I'm gonna show you something else that was suspect about that trash can too. But let's go back. So let's follow his steps. So he sat down. He was sitting down. Hunter's right here. This is Hunter. Hunter never went to Austin, by the way. At least not right here. Hunter's still there. Because look at Hunter's arm. This is Hunter's arm. Hunter, boom, passed him something. Boom, look at his arm. Boom, arm went down. Arm went down. You could tell that he passed him something because his head was turned. Almost looked like he was using the poncho to cover whatever it was, because he picked that poncho up. That poncho is not on that girl no more. That poncho was loose. And how we know that poncho was loose is because as soon as he let it go, watch the poncho fall. See? As soon as he let it go from his hand, the poncho falls. That's not a person. That poncho was already taken off. So he lifted the poncho up to cover whatever Austin was giving him right here. That's a hand. That's a handoff right there. Look how he passed him up. He passing it with his left arm. Boom, passing it to him right there. Boom, right there. Boom, and see how he lifted up that poncho? Boom, right there. Boom, right there. Boom, and as soon as he passed it to him, he dipped, moved the poncho out his hand, got up, and ran to the trash can. What you passing him right here? That was so important for him to come to this trash can and put it in the trash can really quickly. What was that about? What was it? Did y'all have some weed? So that mean they covering something up when we go to the big one right there. So when Karmelo hauled ass, and this is real time, watch how fast Karmelo moving. Boom, got up. Excuse me. You can tell he ran track. So after Karmelo come back around, when he meet with the coach right here and come down, I want you to look at that trash can. Now the trash can coming back in view. The trash can is now tipped over. Somebody knocked it down. Look, somebody knocked that trash can down. Don't look at nothing else but the trash can. Watch this guy. Look, the trash can is knocked over. It wasn't like this at first. He picks it up. Look, he picked up the trash can and moved it over. Then he got in the trash can. You see that? Took something out, put it in his pocket. Look. Watch him. He gonna come to that trash can, pick it up, move it over, go in it, take something out, put it in his pocket, switch it. See? Come on, bro. I'm not even a police officer and I can see that. Come on, bro. The trash can down. What's this about? Picked it up, moved it over, went in it, and put it in his pocket. Again, trash can is down now. Keep in mind the trash can was up. Let me go back. Look, the trash can was up, right? That same trash can, you see him. That same trash can, right? Look, this Karmelo, watch this guy. This is not a game. He gonna come over here. He hit that same trash can. Boom, you saw the trash can move. He ran it to him, see? So when we finish, he come back around, come back down. Now the trash can is down. Who did that? Picked it up, moved it over, went in it, took something out, put it in his pocket. I don't know. It looked like somebody passing off the murder weapon. It's either that or they had some weed in there. So it couldn't have been weed, because what they gonna do with weed that's wet? Keep in mind it's raining. So if it was any type of drug, what they doing putting it in the trash can? Unless it was bagged up and not rolled up, bagged up, covered up, I doubt it very seriously. What drug dealer you know is gonna make sure that it don't get rained on the field? It should have been bagged up already. ready to be passed. If it was drugs, you ain't about to bring a whole QP with you on the field. You ain't about to bring a whole Vic with you on the field. You about to light that up right there, bro? So what was you hiding? And that was more than one person involved, right? Listen, that was more than one person involved. Hunter got a whole squad with him. Everybody should be questioned. Dane, they don't have any phone evidence. All right, then explain this. This is what Collin County put out. See how I say state exhibit 32? I'ma scroll up. They're gonna say that that's the knife, allegedly. But is that an Apple? No, I don't think that's a broken Apple. Is that an Android? That's somebody cleat right there. That Apple wouldn't have survived. Nah, them iPhones don't survive out in the rain, do they? I gotta look that up. iPhone don't survive in the rain, right? They not waterproof. I'm just playing. That's an iPhone right there. They moved the tent. I thought they wasn't supposed to tamper with the scene of the crime. You moved the tent from its original location. The police admitted that they moved the tent from its original location. Their excuse was because it was raining. And they didn't want the rain to get on Austin. Not only was the tent moved, so was the bag. Here go one. State Exhibit 44. All of a sudden, a blue tent is there. And so was the bag. Well, since the tent moving, just throw the bag up on us. Throw one of the kids' bags on it. They ain't even know. Notice how they wasn't even counting this as evidence at first. They ain't even know this was Karmelo's bag. This one is open. We see a pen hanging out, right? They just tossed it. They go one, another angle. Look, they get crime scene tape. I don't see no bag. Where the bag at? Is it over here? Right? Okay, look. Hold on. Hold on. We about to get to it. This ain't the picture. I just want y'all to see that that's not. This is okay. CBS 2 Idaho News. Right? I want y'all to see that this is real. So let's go to the pictures real quick. That's one that you saw, right? He game. Look, no bag.
Every move
Peep game.
you make, every bond
I want you to
you
notice the
make,
colors on
every
this.
move you
This is the alleged murder
every
weapon.
bond you make. I'll be watching
I just want you to notice the colors. It's like a silver titanium handle. That's like a bluish green. That part right there is like a bluish green as far as the handle is concerned. And the knife itself is like a bluish green. Right? Y'all can see that, right? Everybody clear on that? We good? Because look, that very next picture is a black knife. How I go from this to this? Look, this to this, then to this, to this. From this to this. Then, which one is it? Like, what? This ain't ChatGPT. None of that. I showed you where this is at. Want me to do it again? Again. CBS 2, Idaho News. This their web. This their article. Boom. Let's go to the photos. When they first released the evidence, alleged evidence. Nice looking knife. Black knife. bluish silver knife, black knife. All right, watch this. So this came out April 4th, 2025. Hold on, let me zoom in. Fox 4. I think this is Fort Worth, Texas. April 4th. Y'all can see this, right? Yeah. April 4th, 2025. Hold up. Witness statements. The arrest report also provides details from several witnesses about the events leading up to the stabbing. Listen. First witness, a member of the Memorial High School track team, told police he was sitting under the Memorial High School pop-up tent with the rest of his team. The victim and a suspect were sitting nearby. Quote, Anthony was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. The victim, and I'm gonna say, what's his name? Austin. I'm gonna start saying everybody's name. Austin had told Karmelo that he needed to move out from under their team's tent, and Karmelo grabbed his bag, opened it and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony. And then Anthony told the victim to punch him and see what happens. I'm gonna back it up. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Karmelo and that's self-defense. And then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. Punch him and see what happens. Look, that's not it. That's not the point. A short time later, Austin grabbed Karmelo to tell him to move. You don't grab somebody to tell them to move. And Anthony pulled out what what the witness called as a black knife. That's the black knife. Nigga, they marked a whole different knife as evidence. That's not black. That's black. That ain't black. Where you see black at? More than one knife? Something ain't right. Somebody lying. Let me get my coffee. Hit the like button. So, those are the discrepancies I have.
OCO, free thinkers.
And if you made it to the end of this video, as you can see, Dane Calloway over there on YouTube did his thing. Okay? Really appreciate you. But as you can see, guys, all the corruption in this case, and even the naysayers, I know this has to change your mind. Drop down in the comments how you feel about this newly discovered evidence and all the corruption, the tampered videos, the tampered evidence, the changing of the knives, everything. Let me know how you feel now regarding Karmelo Anthony's freedom. As always, free Karmelo. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and continue to follow me for more controversial topics.